In today's video, I will try to address some of the comments given on my last video, which talks about Akkadian words retained in Amharic, Hebrew, and Arabic languages, which sheds light on the most ancient Semitic language. For those of you who do not know about Semitic language distribution, Amharic, Ge'ez, and Tigrinya are Semitic languages spoken in current-day Ethiopia. Most of the comments in my last video say that Ge'ez and Tigrinya are more ancient and similar to Akkadian than Amharic. I'm not surprised with this assumption because the ancient cities of Yeha and Aksum are found in what is today known as Tigray region in North Ethiopia, and people assume the obvious. But though the ancient cities are found in what is today Tigray province, ancient archaeological and literary evidences do not show a people and a language known as Tigray and Tigrinya. Rather, ancient inscriptions and documents talk about a people known as Amr in Egypt, Israel, and Ethiopia. Even ancient documents do not say much about Ge'ez, which is assumed to be the most ancient language in Ethiopia. Therefore, before comparing Akkadian words to Amharic, Ge'ez, and Tigrinya, it is better to first understand the words Ge'ez, Tigrinya, and Amharic themselves. What does Ge'ez mean, and where did it come from? The Ge'ez Amharic dictionary interprets the meaning of Ge'ez as character or property. But when the word Ge'ez is written without vowel, it becomes Ge'aze, which means to disapprove or to denounce or to transport. While if the letter in the middle of the word A is taken as a vowel and taken out of the word, it becomes Gaza, which means governed. There is no recollection in Ethiopian oral or written history about the existence of a tribe known as Ge'ez or a people who speaks the Ge'ez language. Why is Ge'ez only used by priests of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church? The first written record of the Ge'ez script is assumed to be the so-called Ezana inscription found at Aksum. Curiously, the so-called Ge'ez script on the Ezana inscription before he turned Christian seems to be written in an unplanned way on empty space found on the stone, while the so-called Sabian script is written on one side and the Greek script written on the other side of the stone, which makes you wonder if the so-called Ge'ez script was added at a later date than the other two scripts written on the stone. I have three hypotheses for the origin of Ge'ez. My first hypothesis is as an ancient Amharic as ancient Amharic was written without vowel, there was a need to add additional letters before nouns and verbs in order to help identify which meaning of the words to take. Because a Semitic word written without vowel gives many meanings. Also, as the Amharic script is pictorial, out of the 26 ancient Amharic letters, 4 of them have more than one symbol to represent the same one sound in order to help people understand which meaning of the word they have to take. This ancient way of writing Amharic created the Ge'ez language, which later it also added vowels, making it seem like a different language than Amharic, which was preserved by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, and explains why the priests of the church are the only one who speak and write Ge'ez. My second hypothesis is as per the book entitled The Periplus of the Erythraean Sea. During the Roman Empire occupation of the Middle East and Northeast Africa, the Saba people living in the Middle East, specifically in Yemen, were expelled and forcefully settled in the current location of Tigray and Eritrea in North Ethiopia, which fits with two of the meaning of Ge'ez, which means transported or governed. Therefore, when the Saba people mixed with the native people residing in North Ethiopia, they might have created the Ge'ez language and script. My third hypothesis is when the Ethiopian state made Christianity its official religion, the priests wanted to break their attachment to Judaism, which Ethiopia used to follow since the time of the creation of Adam. Surprisingly, the second meaning of the word Ge'ez, written without vowel representation, disapprove or denounce, fits with this theory. Therefore, the priests might have later added vowel and formulated a new language known as Ge'ez from ancient Amharic or from the so-called Sabian script to form the Ge'ez alphabet. Therefore, based on this hypothesis, the so-called Ge'ez and Saba languages and scripts are all different stages of the Amharic language and alphabet development. Therefore, the Ge'ez language and script might have been formulated by priests, or the priests continued on to use the ancient way of writing Amharic with additional letters as before, even though their use had become unnecessary with the creation or development of vowel. There is no literary evidence for a people known as Ge'ez, but a similar sounding words are found as a name of places supported by archaeological and biblical evidences. In Israel, there is an ancient place known as Gezer, a Canaanite city, where ancient inscription known as the Gezer calendar and 10 monoliths are found. The Hebrew Bible says Gezer was the place where Canaan, Shem, and Japheth made a marriage pact. Curiously, 10 in Amharic is Asr, while Asara means tied up. Then we find a city named Gaza in Palestine or Israel, and an ancient area named El Gizrach in Egypt, known as the Garzian culture, which is dated as 4000 BC. When we come to the word Tigray, when written without vowel, Tagareye literally means to climb, angry, or irritable, or hard-working vision, or city repress, or city restrain. Though Tigray is the region in which the ancient cities of Aksum and Yeha are found, as said earlier, there is no written record about the people or their language unless we relate the word Tigris to the Tigray to the Tigris River in Mesopotamia in the Middle East. They say Tigris is a Persian word and it means fast or arrow-like. When we come to the word Amara, it means person and water taken away. When it is written without vowel, Amara, it means assured or to indicate time or became good looking. Curiously, the word Amara is found throughout the Hebrew Bible, starting from Genesis 1:3. And later it appears as the name of Canaan's son and grandson Amarayeh. But in the King James Bible and other versions, the Hebrew word Amarayeh is written as the Amorites. Scholars say The Amorites of the Bible are the same people as the Martu and Amurum described in the Sumerian and Akkadian inscriptions. The Martu or Amurum were an ancient Northwest Semitic-speaking migrant and raw meat eaters, people who lived in the Levant area from the 21st century BC to the end of the 17th century BC. When the Sumerian word Martu is transliterated into Amharic, it gives a meaning of land, merit, honey from Marte, ruled from Merete, or forgiveness, Miret. When the Akkadian word Amurum is transliterated into Amharic as one word, it gives a meaning of became serious or embittered. If the word is taken as two words and a name of a tribe, it gives a meaning of Amerereme. But if it's taken as two words and translated literally, it gives a meaning of good-looking, high place, or desire, high place, or assurance, high place, or time, compassionate. If scholars say the Amorites of the Bible are the same people as the Martu or the Amurum, can't it not be said the same thing about the Amara people of Ethiopia? There are also other similar sounding words to Amara, like El Amrach in Egypt, where pre-dynastic the Amrashan culture occurred from 4400 to 3500 BC. Amran in Yemen, Qasayir Amra in Jordan, Amara in Sudan near the third cataract of the Nile, a people known as Beni Amr in Sudan and Eritrea, though they are now Cushitic language speakers. But orally, Ethiopians assume that Amharic was created by soldiers during the disintegration of the Aksum civilization around the 9th or 10th century AD. In my opinion, it might have been the Tigrayan language, which might have been the one created after the disintegration of Aksum civilization. Now let's compare some Akkadian words with the last video, from the last video, in order to see which Ethiopian language retained more Akkadian words. The Akkadian word Amurum means to see or good looking. In Amharic is Aye. Aye means to see. Amara means good looking. In Ge'ez, Re'ye means to see. Amara means good looking. In Tigrinya, Re'aye means to see. Zabukti, Milku, or Meraka means good looking. Time or to understand in Amharic is Amme or Amet. Aumro means brain. In Ge'ez, Amir means time. In Tigrinya, Awan means time. Amorites in Akkadian is Amuru. In Amharic, it is Amara. In Tigrinya, it is Amhara. The next word, Danu, means strong or huge or hill. In Amharic, Dana means he became huge or fat. Dana means hill. In Ge'ez, Danana means to bend down. Dehni means to heal. In Tigrinya, Dihinu or Dehana means saved. The next word, Samu, means to hear. In Amharic, it is Samma. In Ge'ez, it is Sam'a. In Tigrinya, also, it is Sam'a. Tultum is worms. In Amharic, it is Til or Telatil. In Ge'ez, it is Tininiya, but it means insect. In Tigrinya, it is Hasaka or Lameme Bele. So here the Tigrinya is different from the other three languages, from the other three words. Matu means many. In Amharic it is Ma'at, but the usually used word is Bizu. In Ge'ez, it is also ma'at. In Tigrinya, it is also buzuh, ba'atat, or ma'at. The next word is qarnam, which means horn. In Amharic, it is qand. In Ge'ez, it is qarn. In Tigrinya, it is qarni. The next word is birkum, which means knee. In Amharic, the usually used word is gulbat, but barakaka means knee. Tambarakaka or tambarkak means to kneel down or to kneel down. In Ge'ez, it is birk. In Tigrinya, it is birki. The next word is karsum, which means belly or stomach. In Amharic, it is hod or kars. In Ge'ez, it is also kars. In Tigrinya, it is kasa'a or kabdi. The next word is ersatum, which means earth or possession of land or territory. In Amharic, it is rist, while arrasa means to plough, but land is merit. Rist is a possession of land or territory. In Ge'ez, midr or makan means earth. Arraza means to wear. Arissa means a hut. In Tigrinya, merit means earth. Maharasha or harus means to plough. The next word is warqum, which means yellow. In Amharic, it is bicha, but work means gold. As you know, gold is yellowish in color, so we can take it as a similar word to the Akkadian warqum. In Ge'ez also it is work, which means gold, and in Tigrinya also worki. The next word is qastu, which means arrow. In Amharic it is qast. In Ge'ez it is qast also. In Tigrinya it is qunat or felaza. The next word is qabitu, which means irrecoverable or irrefutable, to anoint or lubricate. In Amharic, qabat means a lubricate, qabba means anoint. In Ge'ez, to anoint is ritin. Ritin or to lubricate. In Tigrinya, it is qabat and qabba also. The next word is shari, from which the word Israel or Yesher Ale comes from, which means divine. It has a lot of meaning. Divine, to heal, to repeal, to make, or shrewd, hamas, braid or sweater. In Amharic, shara means he healed, or shara again means to repeal. Sarra means to make. Shuro, shar is shrewd, shuro is hamas, shuruba is braid, shurab is sweater. So you can see that there is a lot of Amharic word from the root word shari, or from the Akkadian word shari. In Ge'ez, sarara means to fly, gabara means to make, saraya or asmat means shrewd, while it doesn't have what hamas is in Ge'ez. Maybe it's shuro also. Then braid means zfro or kundala, while a sweater is asuk. In Tigrinya, melekot or hakama means shara. Shara means melekot means divine, or hakama means to heal. Sarraza means to repeal. Sarraha is to make. Then shrewd, it is gorach or gemak timnit. While hamas in Tigrinya is hamad article-t. I'm surprised with this word because I used to think that shuro was also a Tigrinya word, but it is not. So it is more related to the word shari, to the Akkadian word shari, from which the word Israel or Yesher Ale comes from. Then kuno means braid or zafarfar. And a sweater is golfo or merahacha. So it's different. This is one of the difference in Amharic and in Tigrinya. The Amharic has a lot of words from the Akkadian word sharra. The next word is sharum, which means king or to wear or make. In Amharic it is sarra, which means to make. In Ge'ez it is sarram, which means to wear or a marsh. In Tigrinya it is sarraha, which means to make. The next word is sharatum, which means queen or a prostitute. In Amharic, nigist or lilt is for queen, but sharmuta means a prostitute. In Tigrinya it is also sharmuta, it is the same. The next word is sharakum, which means to steal. In Amharic it is sarraqa. In Ge'ez it is also sarraqa, and also in Tigrinya it is sarraqa. So you can see that even though most of the words are similar, but still the Amharic is more related to the Akkadian. The Amharic one has more, it has retained Akkadian words more than the Ge'ez and Tigrinya. So this again indicates that the Amharic is more older or ancient than Ge'ez and Tigrinya. As also as I have said also, the archaeological and the literary evidences also talks much about the Amhara people. There is no ancient documents or archaeology which talks about the Tigray people and their language or the Ge'ez. So they are a recent occurrence in Ethiopian history. So Amharic is more ancient from the archaeology, from literary evidences, and also from similarity of words with the oldest Semitic language record, that is the Akkadian. So what do you think? Please comment, subscribe, share.